And I'm live once again. I'm Beard the Hippie doing the whole weekly podcast YouTube streamy thing. Also having to make sure that those little green dots at the bottom of the screen stay lit up because that means if they aren't, my microphone decided to be stupid as hell and not work in the correct manner. So I'm going to keep rambling like I always do until people show up and then we start having conversations, and that's how these things roll. Also, I'm gearing up for a very busy month of March, not for the simple fact of I have a kid who is turning 21. As you can tell, there are more gray hairs coming in, and there are more gray hairs up here, and there are more gray hairs over here. And I am not liking this whole gray hair being bald thing. It's a bunch of bullshit. I'm not liking it, but it is. Let's see, we're going to adjust this light fixture thing just a little bit so I don't look like I have this really big ass forehead that is covered up nicely by the bandana. And let's see what else. We got kid turning 21, which basically I don't promote my sobriety a whole bunch because my sobriety for me is not an overly important achievement. It just kind of happened and I go with it and I accept that that is how I am now. But she has pretty much told me that I get no say in this and I have to have a drink with her, which I am perfectly fine with. But I made the joke with her today while I was talking to her that since I can't do drugs anymore, the drink that I am going to buy her is going to be called bong water, just out of smite for her, and as a fuck you for that. So she has soon will be drinking a beer with her dad for the, well, first legal beer. First legal beer. Because, I mean, one, she's my kid. I know better than that. And two, she's my kid, and I know better than that. Saying that, oh, this is my first legal drink. Yeah, right. Whatever. We live in 2000s. Shit, we all know that better. Oh, I'm only 18. I've never had a beer. Yeah, okay, whatever. I'm only 19. I've never had a beer. Yeah, okay, bullshit. I'm 20, and these are all my friends, and they're all heavy alcoholics, and I've never had a drink. Yeah, okay. And then you got that one friend who's like, I never had a beer. Okay, cool. You guys aren't gonna force me? Okay, let me. You want one? Nope. I don't drink. Okay, cool. We asked you, and then after that, you never ask them again because you know they don't drink. So what's the point of asking and offering? But you can't ask her, hey, do you want a Pepsi? Hey, you want a water? Hey, you want an energy drink? You thirsty? You need something to drink? We got you. We also have non-alcoholic stuff because that's how we mix our fucking drinks. Oh, let's see. But yeah, I've got let's see. There's a Rich show coming up at in Lincoln. No, not Lincoln. Kearney. Kearney at the other side that I'm going to be covering. And that's going to look like it's a pretty important gig. I've got the opportunity. This one's going to take me a little bit out of my comfort zone and my normal standpoint because I do a lot of rock, metal. I've covered a couple country artists, and it is a rap show. So I find that rap shows are going to be a challenge because metalheads and rock bands, they move around and they jump around a lot. And the microphones in different locations, obviously, throughout them doing their thing. What's up, Sarah? And then the way that rappers are is their microphone is like this the whole damn time. So it's going to be a little bit more of a challenge to photograph them. But I did tell him that if I cover this one, that I'm going to try to interview every artist on the bill. Because I don't think, for me personally, I don't think if there is a major name on the bill, like Ritz has been with Strange Music, he's kind of a big name. He's got a reputation behind him for performance and his songwriting and everything like that. And I think if I only interview the touring bands, to me that goes against what most of the time I do on my stuff is I concentrate on the underground. But Ritz is also an underground artist, so trying to get him on there as well. But making every band on the bill feel like they're just as important as the main act or the headliner or the national touring band, I feel is a very important thing, and people don't take that into account. They're like, "Oh, I'm just going to interview these important bands for my channel or for what I do," and that's not how I am. Now, if I get the opportunity to, like, okay, if I've seen you guys 5 times and we haven't done the interview, but you're playing a show with this big name band, yeah, I'm gonna try to hit them because I know I'm gonna catch you guys again, and we just haven't worked out a time to do the interview. But I'm also not forgetting about you. So I mean, it's one of those hand in hand things. Like the time that I got to interview Goat Whore earlier that night, I'd actually interviewed Siphon. So it's one of those, and that one took forever. I think I'd seen them like 7 or 8 times by that point in time, where it's like, dude, okay, we've done this enough. Give me the fucking interview. And they went, okay. And we went across the street, did the interview. Well, sirens and everything else were ablaze. So it was a good time. But I feel that you should also make sure you, like, for instance, this weekend going to Wichita. I haven't been to Wichita, Kansas in 3 years, but I made a couple posts about being at Freya Fest just to two reasons, and they're quite actual simple reasons. Reason one is letting people know that I'm a YouTuber and that I'm going to be in town. I'm going to be covering these events and trying to get some interviews. So it's one of those things, like, I'm pushing what I'm doing, but I'm also pushing the show that I'm going to be at to try to help bring people to the show. It's what being I guess, an influencer. I'm an influencer. Now I think it's for the good reason, not like, hey, fucker, you want a beer? Drink. I don't drink. Shut up. Here's a beer. Not the negative influence, the positive influence. But the way that I'm doing it is I'm going to try to get all 10 bands. Yes, I have a feat that I am going to try because I like to push myself to see how much shit I can actually accomplish in a short period of time and see how far my gas tank will take me. Not the one in my vehicle, the one in here. So, like, tonight, I'm going to get some rest. I'm going to take it easy tonight. Uh, After I get all my shit packed, to make sure my batteries go in my camera bag. That is my important number one thing that I'm going to do tonight. And also, there's 10 bands that are playing. I'm going to try to hit all 10 bands. I'm going to try to get there early enough. See, there's a whole lot of tries here. I'm going to try to get there early enough because Aaron and Austin's podcast asked me to join them, which I've been following those guys for a while. And I've been following them for a while. And let's see, following them. And with them asking me to be on their podcast and everything, I thought that was a really cool gesture, and obviously what I'm doing is impress them. So for me, that's kind of one of those things that, hey, we'd like you on here. You can record it too. Nah, man, you guys want me on your podcast? I'd love to be on your podcast. You guys put out amazing content. I love what you guys are doing. I love seeing the stuff. Like, there's those things like the post about the photographers, and I love seeing my friends that do photography work. I love seeing their work, but also at the same time, like, you see a show that they're at, and it's not like trying to be negative, but you're like, damn, I wish I could have been at that show. That looked like a killer fucking time. So, like, I see the guests that they get on their podcast, and it's like, oh man, that's so cool that they got to interview those guys, or those guys came through and they interviewed them. It's really cool. So being like, as a fan of what they're doing, being asked to be on their podcast, and you're like, you can record it while you're here. It's like, nah, man, you invited me to your podcast. Like, I'm not recording this. I want to be on your podcast. Like, I don't want to be the center vocal piece all the fucking time. Granted, I've got some ideas and some fun shit that I might run by them before doing their podcast. I probably won't, but I've got some fun ideas that I think is going to be interesting and bring my level of fuckery to what they're doing. And for me, that's one of those things that I think is going to be fun. I'm not going to record the podcast. I'm going to jump on it when I can because I think for me, that's really cool that they asked me. I'm going to try to interview some of the vendors. I've got other interviews set up. There's a band Partheon from Wichita, Kansas that is a brutal, brutal fucking band. And that I did a reaction review video for one of their songs, Life of Me. I know that I did a video for them, and I know that I talk with them every now and then, but they did this killer fucking Pokemon song cover, like the theme song for Pokemon. So far out of what they do, and they fucking killed it. They were it was so good that I played it for my kids who are like my daughter's a Pokemon fanatic. Like has the books, the games, the plushies, the figurine, like the whole fucking nine is my daughter. And she gets it from her mom because her mom is also a fucking Pokemon fanatic, but I don't think she's a Pokemon fanatic in the sense that my daughter is. So with them doing that, I played it for her and she said it was good and she liked it. So I told them that I'm gonna go. They invited me to their practice space so I can go watch them perform, practice, and then we're gonna do the interview. So that's a really cool thing for me because I felt bad the time that they were through here. I went to the show, but I missed their set by like couple minutes. Like I think they were tearing down as I got there. Like the times didn't match up with what I was told or what I saw on the flyers. Technical shit happens. I should have left earlier. It happens. So them inviting me to their practice space to do an interview and then being all excited that I hit them up to go down there. There's a couple other groups and artists. One guy's got got a show coming up March 23rd. It's going to be his first one at Barleycorns in Wichita. And hit me up and ask me about what's it take to do this interview or how do you go about it. It's like, I don't know, just ask. We'll sit down and we'll do 15 to 30 minutes somewhere in there. We'll just talk musics, things that you got going on. If you're a new up and coming band, you know, we'll break the ice. We'll get your name out there. We'll do all that stuff. He does have some really cool fucking t-shirts coming out. So I'm going to ask him how much his t-shirts are so I can try to buy one before his first show. Be like, look, I got one of his t-shirts. Stupid, goofy shit like that. Like, I feel that you should never ask for free stuff with doing what you do, unless it's through like a sponsorship. Then definitely ask for free shit, which I don't have any fucking sponsorships. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I need to work on that probably. But like, I don't feel you should ever ask bands like, "Hey man, since I'm here, you should give me a free T-shirt, or you should give me a free drumstick, or you should give me a free blowjob." I don't know how that would work because most of the guys in the bands that I know probably ain't gonna be giving blowjobs out. They're probably not getting blowjobs either because most of them are single. Some of them aren't. Some of them are married. But it's one of those things. I never like to ask for free stuff because I always no sir. See, Wheelie's on it. He ain't even gonna give me a blowjob. But he did send me a badass Christmas card and a couple pics, so I did appreciate that. That was really cool. See, so it's never about like asking for free shit. And the only time that you should ask for free shit is if you're doing a benefit show and you're asking stuff to put in a raffle so you can have like a drawing to raise money for stuff. I think that is the only time you should acceptably ask people for money. And when I was in a band, we used to have this ongoing joke. I was the spokesperson. Keep in mind, I was a functioning alcoholic and I dabbled in a whole lot of other shit, but there was a level of mentality that I had that would piss people off because they're like, "Hey, how much is a t-shirt?" Well, it's $10. Because keep in mind, this was like 16 years ago or so. Like it was a little time. Like that was when t-shirts were $10. So we had an ongoing thing. Like, and a couple people were like, "Well, how do we get a free t-shirt?" Well, it's easy. You show us your boobs plus $10. It's a free t-shirt. You sleep with a band member plus $10. It's a free t-shirt. Blowjob plus $10. Free t-shirt. Like everything plus $10 was a free t-shirt. Apparently, people did not find the humor in it. And I mean, we sure as fuck did. All the bands thought it was funny as hell. So this is the fucked up mentality that I've had for a long, long time. And it just got worse when I got sober and clean because now suddenly the thoughts are no longer, well, they were never filtered with everything, but now they're a little more thought out, and like social media posts are a little more thought out and worded correctly and worded in a way that it will not get me in trouble. There are certain things that obviously like I said in my thing with crossing a line. Is it really crossing a line when you're calling out somebody on their bullshit? I mean, I think if you cross a line, you're doing it for malicious intent, or you're trying to publicly chastise a person, I think if you put in a vague thing where 90%, the majority of the internet that sees it is not going to know exactly what you're talking about, as long as you phrase the picture correctly. This is the only time I'm going to really dabble on this, but there are certain things I am no longer going to do because, well, I don't feel that it needs the attention. And I mean, if you saw the picture, you know what I'm talking about. But also at the same point in time, I did delete the picture, but I still have the picture in my phone in case it comes up for later references on that subject. Now to a new motherfucking subject. I don't know what we're going to talk about, but why do bears shit in the woods? Because that's where they fucking live. I mean, you shit in the bathroom in your house because that's where you live, or at the gas station or wherever. You shit where you are. If you were stuck in the middle of the wilderness, you would shit in the woods too. Used to do a whole lot of backpacking and canoeing in my youth. Now I don't think I can do either one of those. But we used to shit in the woods when we were out in the wilderness for 4 fucking days. Kind of part of the thing. Never been an intelligent question. I've never understood it. It makes absolutely no goddamn sense. All right, so in Joplin, let's see. At God, I really need to get a second fucking computer screen so I can get all these things popped up. February, March 29th, we got Mistake, Rant, and Gravehuffer at Blackthorn Pizza in Joplin, Missouri. That is a $5 show. That is a hell of a show. $5, 3 bands. You can't get any better than a $5 show. They don't even have $5 footlongs anymore. Let's see. We got Gravehover from Joplin and Pantheon from Little Rock, which they aren't death metal. This one is Iron Horse Records. Let's see. This one is Friday, April 12th at Iron Horse Records in Van Buren. I think it's Arkansas. I'm gonna guess it's Arkansas. Pretty sure that's where some of those bands are. Oh, Morgrot presents Just a Fucking Metal Show. Oh yeah. Saturday, April 13th in Memphis, Tennessee, featuring Luciferian Insuctus, Nephilim, Night Spank, Death Spiral of Inherent Suffer. That is a hell of a name. Death Spiral of Inherent Suffering. It's either a death metal band or a doom metal band or one really nasty fucking magic card. Pantheon, Gravehuffer, Epcho of Unlight, Process of Suffocation. I'm going to probably say that's a death metal band as well. Process of Suffocation. Oh, death metal or thrash metal. One of the two. And Mud Show in Memphis, Tennessee. Oh, there are 50 some flyers this week again. Ooh, tell those guys in yeah, they all do sound painful. It sounds like an enjoyable time, but does not sound like an enjoyable time all at the same time. Hey, tell those guys from Gravehuffer and Rant, I fucking love them. Rant's always got cool stuff coming out. Like I've done 3 reaction review videos for them. I love what they're doing. Gravehuffer is just a brutal fucking band. So tell those guys what's up, and I fucking love what they're doing. And they're always hitting me up on all my flyer posts. I mean, Richie does a fucking phenomenal job. He's dropping flyers left and right on me. They do sound painful, but they also do sound like a very impressive time for if that's the style of music you're into. What I need to start doing is seeing some of these names and basing if I can guess the style of music in my reaction review videos before listening to them. That might be a new idea. But yeah, March 29th. Yeah, he seems like a great dude. And also, when you tell him that I love what they're doing, tell him fuck you for hanging out with Goat Whore and Devin Townsend and all those other fucking iconic guitar players. But also give him the little heart symbol thing, like whatever the kids do, where they're that hard, whatever. You just be like, ah, here you go, here's your little fucking heart, fuck off, something. Get him to smile. That's it. That's the big kicker. If you can get him to smile and laugh, he keeps getting shout outs because he's doing an incredible job on all. Like, I'm usually getting like 10 and 15 posts from him alone, and those guys are everywhere. I mean, Tennessee, Arkansas. Granted, you guys are all in that little area where you can bounce back and forth. All like Oklahoma's like 2 hours from you guys. Like, you guys can play like Oklahoma, which is only a couple hours. You play Pittsburgh, which is like 6 or 7 fucking hours from me, depending on which route you go. I looked into it. I had somebody ask me if I could make a Friday show, and then once I saw it, I was like, I don't think I could get there by like 7:30 when the show starts. I'm like, I'd be still 2 hours out. And we have. Oh, come here. Oh, no. He is exactly his name. Grave Hopper has great shirts. Yes, they do. I've seen some of their stuff. I really like what they've got going. Will you get out of the damn plastic bag? Stop playing. There's a reason why we call this cat Shadow of the Asshole Realm. Literally sitting there playing with the damn plastic bag. And then when I kind of toss my hat in his direction to try to scare him, he looks at me with the go fuck yourself look. Will you get out of my stuff? That is where I have my stuffed animal. Yeah, go run away. It's where I have my stuffed animals that my children have bought me. Like the lion when I was in surgery. Millerant. I'm gonna need an empty 24 case to play. Oh, don't worry. We've got all kinds of fun games to play. Like, oh, why is my stupid fucking goddamn phone? Yeah, and there's a ton of stuff coming up. I know, like I was saying earlier, March is going to be an insane month. I got a 21-year-old who I get to go have a drink, her first legal drink with. Yeah, we all know about that. Let's see. I've got Freya Fest this weekend down in Wichita, which proves right there I am from the Kansas area because it's always Wichita. It's never Wichita. And Kellogg Street has been under construction for the past 47 fucking years. Anybody that's been to Wichita knows that that is true. I literally think they start at one end of the town and they work progressively through the town. And once they get to the end, they're like, oh shit, start over because it's all potholed and fucked up by then. So they just keep running through the town. I don't think that's ever not been under construction anytime I've been there. Like, it was a pain in the ass driving around at 2:30 in the morning to find a hotel when I have no clue how to get around Wichita and trying to Google map and drive. And yeah, it's a fucking nightmare. So I'm going down there, and then I got Tri City Con coming up at the end of the month, which is a Comic Con that Dyson's Upper Deck is also putting. They're a sponsor for. So shout out to Dyson's Upper Deck because I was supposed to go up there for a gig, and apparently the gig got canceled, and no one told the guy that was going to do the photography work for them. They forgot to mention that to him. But I ended up talking to them. They gave me some of their upcoming events. They're wanting to see more of me and work with me on things. So, it's getting foot in the doors, getting foot in the doors, kind of like the Freya Fest. Covering it and helping promote it is getting a foot in the door for possibly next year getting my daughter down there to be a vendor at it. So, I'm doing what I can to work with these things. It's going to be an interesting task, but also my kids realize they've got their things for what we're planning on doing that they've got to do, but they also realize that this massive workload and setting things up is on me because obviously I am everywhere and nowhere all at the same fucking time, which haven't figured out how that works. But in the long run, ooh, that was a cool cloud. I'm a fuckery in the cloud. Even more of a cloud. All right. But yeah, kind of all over the place. And the cool thing that I'm getting a good response from the Wichita area on getting down there. Uh, if I manage on seeing Sin and Scar this weekend, I'm pretty sure that Adam Gordy will probably be one of the most recorded artists on my channel because he's in like 17 and a half bands or something that he calculated, making a joke about. I know that he's in Imagine, he's in Reform and Ruin, he's in Sin and Scar, he was in Ephemeris that I recorded him playing at. Oh, God. I think that's about all the ones that, yeah, but he's one of the most across the board artists that I've I've got different videos in different bands of. I've also got an interview set up with Merlin, which if you haven't checked out my newest reaction review video for Merlin, those guys, that band is amazing. I loved how solid that fucking band was. And they've got a really cool sound and vibe. Also coming to find out, I need to talk to them and see if I can set up an interview with the band Given because Given is, well, if I can do this right, I can be like, okay, look, I'll do this one with Merlin, but you need to get the guys from Given and you need to get the guys from something Drifter. Shit. What is the name? High Plains Drifter. Be like, look, I'll do this one interview, but you need to get the rest of the guys here so I can do all these interviews and I just knock all like just one after another. So it is going to be a busy, busy fucking weekend. The goal is 15 interviews and at least 20 live videos. I have this odd feeling I'm going to pass that because my dumb ass will record like 3 songs each. On top of the interviews, on top of the following weekend, I have an event in Kansas that I have to go. Not that I have to go, that because of this person, I'm going to attend this event. There's a funeral that I am going to because the only man that has ever made any of us look at each other and go, "What the fuck is he talking about?" He was working on the brake pads, and Paul was a great dude, one of the most kind-hearted guys. You could figure out what he was talking about at times. And luckily, he got sober near the end of his life, but he would get just annihilated at band practices. Well, they were replacing their brakes one time, and he's like, "The Yum Yums went bad, so we got to fix the boo boos." And I look at my friends and bandmates, and I'm like, look, I don't know a whole lot about cars. I don't know a whole lot about vehicles, but he's where the brake pads are. Where are the Yum Yums and the Boo Boos located at? And they're like, I don't know. I have no idea where the Yum Yums and the Boo Boos are. I was like, cool. Okay, which vehicle? Okay, yeah. I'm gonna stay away from that vehicle because I don't know if the Yum Yums and the Boo Boos where they're at or what they're fixing, but I know they've got that tire off, and I don't know if it's a good idea to be around them. But Paul was also a massive supporter of the local scene and the underground music and the indie scene down there. So he was a great dude. And when I called up my bandmate that, well, yes, bandmate, because we never officially broke up as a band. So he's still a bandmate and will always be a bandmate as far as I'm concerned. Uh Called him up and was talking to him and his wife and everything. So also while I'm down there, I've got a photo gig to do. I get to hang out with the grandkids, so I'm looking forward to hanging out with that little monkey boy. He's super excited and super fun. And he talks, and I asked him if I was his favorite grampy, and he went, "Yeah." I go, "Is Papa your favorite?" "Yeah." "Is Mama your favorite?" "Eh." I was like, "Okay, I'll take that." "Is Grandma your favorite?" "Yeah." "Yeah." "Okay." So, I mean, I'm at least still on his favorite list. He likes me, so I'm gonna chalk that up as a win because he's super fucking cool. And used to call him the little wiggle worm. He's still dancing around like a maniac. Let's see. New South Warrior Fest open air in Cedar Hill, Tennessee, July 5th. Oh yeah, this one's like the Guerrilla Warfare, Grave Huffer, Grimshaw, Hysteria, Deface the Dream, After Party, Revision Revise, Creek Devil. Creek Devil sounds like an interesting band name. I kind of want to see what they sound like. Betting Red Dirt. The Low, Death Holler, Grim 76, Draco Mass Hated, uh, Dead End Irony, Sounds of Metal something, Blackwater Down, Black Sheep. The flyer's a little blurry. I'm having a hard time reading it. Also, March 23rd, the Kirk Deemer Be Kind Tour 2024, the Cosmic Eye in Lincoln, Nebraska, with Evil Shadows and Orlees. Been having a hard time pronouncing that one. Let's see. We have Gravehuffer again with Mass Hatred and Modern Primate at the Cobra in Nashville on May 20 or May 17th. See, like I said, he is posting a buttload of flyers on here, which I'm going to have to take all of them, post them on my Facebook page, and then massively share it because this way we know that everybody's going to see it. Well, hopefully everybody sees it. A lot of people will see it. Grave Hustler. That's it. I want to form a band. Grave Hustler. We can have Grave Huffer and Grave Hustler go out on tour and call it Grave Robbery. Or, I don't know, the Necrophilia Tour. I mean, if you're huffing graves, you already got issues. If you're grave hustling, it means you've got zombie hookers. So, I mean, Necrophilia, I know there's a band called Necromage. So, I mean, we could just get all these fucked up we got, uh, Cannibal Corpse. I mean, this is looking out to be a really interesting Necrophilia tour. We just name it that because I mean, we got Corpse Grinder as the main vocalist for Cannibal Corpse. I mean, definitely be an interesting show. Gravehuffer, Of Crisis, Born of Decay, and Bury Bury Thy Wicked. I want to check out Bury Thy Wicked. I like the name. It's just a cool name. Friday, July 5th in Bloomington, Illinois at the Night Spot. Oh, look. We finally got past all the Gravehuffer. And this is the final Gravehuffer. We got Gravehuffer, Gonaderma, Grimstalker, and Candlelight Apocalypse. Grimstalker is also getting ready to do a show with Shaggy Two Dope and the Psychopathic Record stuff. So that one's going to be interesting. I just saw they had tickets and it's coming through Kansas City sometime soon. I can't remember. There's also a Paramount Bar in Salina, Kansas with Love Like War, Forged by Fire, and Pariah from Wichita. It's a free show. Guess when it is? April 20th. Yeah, fucking potheads. But hey, each their own. I did get high on February 30th. So I just wanted everybody to know that. And I did not get a random drug test. So I'm kind of excited and disappointed, even though the safety guy was all triggered with it. Said he's going to drug test me. I think they realized my sense of humor is a little out there. So those are always interesting things. Let's see what else we got. I've also realized that I am doing more research on certain things than I probably should be. I'm looking at getting some new camera lenses, and with getting new camera lenses, I have to make sure that these are the newer camera lenses and not some of the older models. Like one of the ones I researched today came out in 1999. Yes, 1999. I was either a freshman or a sophomore fucking high school when this thing came out. It was a little concerning. I don't think it was one of the newer models because I think they've continued through this model and they've done some upgrades and changes, but I'm pretty sure this was like one of the original models because this is, I mean, the thing looks newer, but you can also make a camera lens look new no matter what. So realizing that this camera lens was from 1999, maybe sooner. Well, it was started getting made in 1999. Might be sooner. So I realized at that point in time, I should probably pay and do a little bit more research. So that is what I'm doing. I'm looking into different camera lenses. Not saying that I'm going to get new camera lenses because those motherfuckers are expensive as hell. Like one that I would really like is like $1,800. I could not justifiably spend $1,800 on a camera lens and tell my kids that I spent $1,800 on a camera lens. Hell, half the time we barely want to spend $100 on a new video game because, well, it's a new video game and they depreciate in price really goddamn quick. But we did spend money on the brand new Skull and Bones video game. Basically, my son has realized that I'm an ADHD pirate that will fuck anything up because we're like, okay, we're gonna go do this mission. And suddenly he's looking around and he hears cannon fire and he goes, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I don't know. Boat has little skull thing on top, says that I need to attack it." "Why are you attacking it? Don't you have enough of those?" I was like, "No, I only have 8 in my inventory." "How many do you need?" "4." "And how many do you have in your cache?" "That is not the point. It says that I need to attack this motherfucker, so I'm attacking this motherfucker." "And how many do you have in your cache?" 139. Or yeah, we'll be sailing around and suddenly we're like, I take off and my boat's a level 4 boat and I'm attacking this level 7 boat and I actually beat it. And all of a sudden you hear, "Fuck yes, I won." "Oh shit, its friend saw me." So I'm like trying to sail away and hide because I'm like, "Nope, I'm not getting sunk by you, you motherfucker." So yeah, he was laughing. He thought I was out of my damn mind. He'd already been at port and he's like, "What are you waiting for?" I was like, "I got sidetracked. I found shit. I'm fucking stuff up. Leave me alone. I'm busy." But yeah, we decided to get a pirate game, and now we're trying to be pirate lords. And he might think that I'm actually a little bit crazier than he is on these video games. He's batshit crazy when it comes to Grand Theft Auto. He's over there flying cars, jumping shit. I just shoot people and drive like hell and try not to get caught by the police, and then make a big joke about it. So we enjoy playing our video games. I did stream most of those. They're not streamed on YouTube, but I'm working in the process of editing them all and getting them posted here soon. I have a shitload of stuff edited and on there. I just haven't gotten it all posted and done all the tags and all that stuff because that's boring and that sucks. And I can't play video games while doing all that because you have to have all your fingers so you can aim the cannons and shoot and pay attention to where you're sailing. And yeah, it's just a interesting cluster fuckery. So it's always quite interesting while we're doing what we're doing. But yeah, we might be gaming later tonight. We don't know yet. I hope we can because this like the 3.5 hours that we played on that game were fucking hilarious. We were having a blast. He's yelling at me to stop shooting ships. I'm telling him, "You're a pirate. You're supposed to shoot ships." He goes, "We got a mission to do." "Fuck your mission. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to fuck stuff up." So, I mean, he doesn't find, well, and then he's over there doing goofy shit too. So, like, I hear him like, "Turn, you stupid boat. Why aren't you turning?" I was like, "What direction is the wind coming from?" I was like, "What direction are you trying to turn?" "I'm trying to turn left. The wind's coming from the left. It's a head on wind. You're not going to be able to turn worth of shit." And he's like, "Oh, yeah. Huh. This isn't like the cars where you can just drift." I'm like, "Well, you're technically drifting, just depending on how you're drifting." Like when he's out in the middle of the sea and gets an achievement because he crests a rogue wave. Keep in mind, we're in our little fucking dinghy boats and he's cresting this fucking wave. I did it earlier and I died. Shows my level of insanity, but I don't think my boat was fully healed. He made it through and lived, and he's like, "I lived." Dude, you should heal. So we're also watching each other's health bar. Well, I'm watching his health bar. He's just out there being crazy as hell. Like, "This boat is shooting me, so you go ahead and shoot at the boat." And it was, and then we watched this other boat come through, 2 cannon shots destroy the thing as we're like spending 30 minutes trying to fight this damn thing. Oh, what a pain in the ass. But we did get we did get the thing from it, which was like a dead captain's head or something. I don't know what it was. I put it in my cache. I'm like, I'm gonna leave it there. So working on getting my characters leveled up. Oh, let's see. What else we got here? No, Skull and Bones, not Sea of Thieves. We looked into Sea of Thieves, but Sea of Thieves was the Xbox One, and Skull and Bones is multi cross form platform, everything like that with PlayStation. And since we both have PlayStations, we cheat a little bit on this because we think economically sound. Basically, every game that we buy is through my account because we share my account on his, so he gets membership and I have membership, and then basically this way we only got to buy one game and we get two games because he's playing it as well. So rather than spending, let's see, $70 per brand new video game, that's $140 that we'd have to spend. We could Oh, they did it. God damn it. Of course they just added Sea of Thieves to the game, to PlayStation. Bastard sons of bitches. But yeah, we'll buy one game, we'll split the cost of it, so neither one of us really have to take a financial hit for it. We're both playing it, we both enjoy it, and yeah, it's the same creators that created Black Flag, and me and him fucking love Black Flag. The only downfall is you don't get the swords, you don't get to run around like a pirate and fuck shit up on land. That's where you just trade and everything, and then you steal everything that isn't nailed down, which I've successfully been stealing everything that isn't nailed down. If it sparkles or turns white and I can take it, I'm taking it. I don't give a shit if I got room or not. I got cannonballs out the galore. I got tons of balls. I got bomber balls, exploding balls, balls that shoot up in the air, balls that fall on the ground, balls that shoot chain between them. I got torpedoes. Yet I don't have half the weapons to use these balls, so I got to keep stashing them in my cache. I got all kinds of stuff stashed in there. Let's see what else we got for live shows coming up. We got Midwest Tour 2024. We got Havoc, Examortis, Rotten Aurora. Ooh, actually, I think that is and Love Like War on May 15th. Rotten Aurora was the band that I was talking about. I got an interview with those guys. They just got some shirts that came out, so I'm gonna try to snag one of those. Ooh, in a day, one pirate legend. Uh, yeah, there's been a yeah, I try not to buy games the day they come out because that's usually the last game that I bought the day it came out was oh, it pissed me off. God of War, the newest one where they had boy. I got that game. It got released at like 9 o'clock at night on like a Friday or something. So basically, I worked on the opposite side of town at GameStop. I had 30 minutes. I drove my ass from work, drove all the way up to GameStop, picked up my super duper collector's edition because it came with a statue and a fucking ring and all kinds of cool shit. It was totally worth $120 because I had a shitload of overtime at the time. Drove all the way back. I had 3 minutes to spare before clocking back in. I didn't even eat anything because I was running, like, I went home. Brand new game. I load the game in and must update. I don't want to fucking update yet. It's a brand new game. How many updates do you need? It took 2 hours to update everything on the Wi Fi. Kind of pissed me off. Oh, let's see. We also got Infall, Scorned, and Rant at Nomads in Southtown in Lafayette. Oh, Fayetteville, Arkansas. So we got that one coming up. Let's see. We got Rage is My Rival. I get they got a tour coming up. Sunny B just joined Rage is My Rival. I think they got another new member in it too. Oh yeah, this is the one that I'm hoping I can get to, or at least do some interviews for. Let's see, April 13th. If you are in the area of, oh, this one's at the 1867 Club in Lincoln. So if you're in the Lincoln area, $10 at the door. Uh, all the proceeds benefit Dave Gallus. It is Blowing Chunks, River City Rejects, Crack Mountain. Fucking love those guys. And Constant Revolt. I've been trying for a while to check out. I've been wanting to see Blowing Chunks, the band, not the actual action. Riverside Rejects, I've been trying to catch for a while too. And they've got this show coming up. I'm hopefully I can make it up there. Got some interviews possibly for this one coming up as well. but that's a benefit show. And I guess the guy's been in the hospital for a few weeks now without insurance. So they're setting up a benefit show. So if you can go out and support, I mean, go out and support. Obviously, I'm over here promoting every fucking band that I possibly can. Oh, yeah, here's the first day of Freya Fest, which is a fundraising show for everything that goes towards Trust Women, which from the way that they said it, it sounds like a very important organization to have for ladies and females that are in need of certain things. So the first night is Phantom Black, Roche, Roche Limit, Galdar, Merlin, and Odds Against. The only band on this bill that I have seen is Odds Against, and they are fucking amazing. Smashley has balls of steel. I watched her do she does I have to phrase this right so it doesn't sound all fucked up. They are a hardcore music band, like like straight up hate breed style. I watched her pull 2 sets in 2 nights, and she did amazing at both of them. I love what the band does. I think it's awesome seeing these pissed off, angry women yelling into a microphone, going, "You know what? I can relate." And she's a goddamn redhead. I think that's why we kicked it off, because we're both redheads. We have similar things. We're both vocalists. She used to be in behind the camera taking pictures. Now she's in front of the microphone. I used to be in front of the microphone. Now I'm behind the camera taking pictures. So it was a cool conversation that we had. I enjoyed her company and talking to her. She was fucking nerd. So really cool. Also, all the vendors for the first night is there's From Ashes with Dead Center Damage Studio, uh Paige Katona, Lillian Joyce, Sav Mc- I'm sorry, I'm butchering all these names. I have never been good with names. Sav McCuskey and Criminal Rolls by Erica Prophet. I've heard very good things about these cinnamon rolls. Let's see, Kelly from Galdar basically said she's gonna go into like a cinnamon roll coma before her set. So if she is talking this highly of them, I'm gonna go ahead and try some of them. They have to be good. If not, then she looks like somebody who likes her food. I'm not meaning that in a negative way either. She just if a person says they like food, like a certain food from a certain place, I'm gonna try it because they're like, "Oh my god, the cinnamon rolls are so good. You need to try the cinnamon rolls." I'm gonna buy all of them, all the cinnamon rolls. So if she is saying that they are that good that she is going to buy all the cinnamon rolls, maybe I can get one from her. So definitely going to try to get some cinnamon. Big shout out to. That's all in Wichita. That is the Freya Fest. Those are the vendors that are going to be at the Freya Fest. Also, Blast Monkeys, Pull String, and Merlin is March 9th at the Bat Cave in Lawrence, Kansas. I don't even know. I didn't even know they had a Bat Cave in Lawrence, Kansas, let alone a music venue. So, ooh. Oh no, Rotten Aurora was the. Oh no, they had one earlier. I was right on that one. How many more? Ooh. Oh Lord. My friends are awesome, but my friends fucking suck. There are 51 show flyers, and I've been yakking. Oh, god damn it. All right. Where the. I hit the wrong button and it closed out the damn window, and I got to refigure out where the hell I'm at. I've been talking about a whole lot more shit than just all the shows. Let's see. And there's only been a couple repeats on this one, which is that's probably one of the coolest things about that post or about my weekly post on that is that the majority of the times there are not repeats, or if they are, they're like one or two. And the cool thing about the repeats is it's never the same person repeating the thing. It'll be like members of different bands are seeing this and they're posting their flyers. So it's showing me that multiple people are seeing it from multiple different bands and are posting it, trying to get more out there. And I think that's an important thing to do because, well, you got to obviously support the local scene. And apparently, with some of the, my name is starting to, I guess, from what I'm seeing and what I'm understanding, is my name is starting to get out there and my reputation is starting to get out there in a positive manner, which is so great. I am so glad that it's actually in a positive manner and not the negative manner that I used to have as being uh not the greatest person in the world and a heavy booze hound. So having my name getting out there in a positive manner is an amazing thing. And when people are starting to get excited because I'm going to be at their show, or I'm starting to people are getting uh Redbeard the Ripper. Uh, I don't know if I'm gonna take. Wait, he was in a, oh, what, Judas Priest? He was the Ripper, the guy that took over. Oh, what the hell's his name? Okay, my brain is, Rob Halford's spot was Ripper. That guy's nickname was Ripper. But it's really cool when you start getting people excited because you're showing up to their shows because they know that they're going to get videos and they're also going to get good pictures, or at least decent pictures. I mean, okay-ish pictures. Uh, yes, I know I'm a hard critic on myself, but I've never classified myself as a professional photographer. I basically just point the button and click and get some good pictures, and they turn out really well. And so I gotta I get lucky. I'm not a professional. I didn't go to school for any of this. There's no training. There's just like, okay, what's this lens do? Okay, I don't, that doesn't work good for live stuff. What's this do? Okay, this one works really good here. Like, I literally have camera lenses in my bag that I know if I'm at Gray's Keg, we'll use this as an example. If I'm at Gray's Keg, I'm using this camera lens because it works really good. If I'm at the other side in Kearney, then I'm using this one and it works really good. If I'm at a venue in Salina, Kansas called the Muse Ballroom, I'm using this camera lens because it turns out really good there. And all three camera lenses are different lenses. So, I mean, I do what I do. I have one camera that I use a lot. I'm going to be starting to use one of my other cameras a little bit more. And hopefully, I got this cool, like, over the shoulder boulder holder thing for my camera, so I can have like an over the shoulder camera boulder holder or something. I don't know. I'll figure out a cool naming for it. But it does have this cool little pocket in it, and it's like you can store stuff in here. Like, I'm gonna fucking lose it. I'm gonna forget to zip the packet up, throw it over my shoulder, and there goes my fucking cards right over the goddamn side, and they're gonna be bye bye. Which reminds me, I need to make sure that I got all those things empty. My ongoing list of shit that I still have to do before I get ready for this show. I got to make sure I take a shower, so I have clean underwear on and I get clean socks on because clean socks are Forrest Gump's biggest thing. Those are important. You got to have, no, that was Lieutenant Dan's thing. You got to have clean socks and dry socks because your feet will always be wet. You got to have clean socks and dry socks. I don't know where the fuck that went from, and also all the backpacking and hiking shit that I did. You always had to make sure your feet were dry because wet feet are bad, and you can't use baby powder in the wilderness because bears will eat your feet and kill you. Basically, you can't eat anything in your tent because bears will eat you and kill you. Not the fact that bears will kill you and eat you; it was bears will eat you and kill you. Dancing the Jig video. I still need to go watch that and do a reaction. No, wait. I know there's one that I need to do a reaction video for. I did watch it a little bit. I was at work and then I had to hide my phone because one of the important people were walking through. Or it was on break and my phone was, there was something because I had to wait till I got home and then I got sidetracked with something else here, like doing dishes or uh the bottomless pits were hungry. I don't know. They feel that there's this thing. Okay, I need to just watch the thing. There's so many videos and stuff that I'm trying to watch and get done. And yeah, I think the bottomless pits were like they used this cool phrase, "Dad, we're hungry," and I had to fix some food or something. I don't remember because I remember I was gonna watch it and something happened, or you sent it to me and I didn't get a chance to watch it. So many things. ADHD is a fucking amazing thing. I love it so much. I hear people walking through my house. Who is walking through the house? Actually, it might just be a squeaky floorboard and my fat cat's walking through the house. I do not know, but I do know one thing though. Bitches, they come, they go. Saturday through Sunday, Monday. Monday through Sunday, yo. Look at me. I'm a rapper. I'm the next white dope. Or hope. This will definitely tell if it was one of the kids because I have a full head of hair. Amazing locks. I have a Harry Potter wand and I know how to use it. See, I still got my Harry Potter wand here. Oh, Cruciatus or some kind of cursey spell thing. I got to make sure that I use the right one because I don't want to use like Lucis rectum and you shit all over my floor. That would not be good. So you got to make sure you know the right curses to throw on people. And if the curse doesn't work, throw a fucking brick at them. I don't know which one it is. It might be one of the kids that I like that I don't want to kill. It could be maybe like a rat running through my house that I do want to kill, but probably ricochet off of it because it's that, oh, what's his silver hand fuckhead that sold them all out. Son of a bitch. Best part of that movie is when he choked himself out and died because of the hand. Wormtail, ringtail, wormtail. Yes. Oh, bastard sons of bitch. Glad he died. Peter Pettigrew, yes. Why don't you go play with your chemistry set? That wasn't one of his lines, but it was one of the the funniest lines in a movie. What kind of insult are you going to throw at somebody? Like, why don't you run along and play with your chemistry set? What kind of insult is that? But it's funny as hell. Let's see. Progenitus, and Mordor, Pussy Destruction. I don't know if that's a porno or a band name. Pussy Destruction. Rotten Aurora and this is the one I was talking about. March 23rd. Rotten Aurora or Aura has brand new T-shirts for it at Barleycorns in Wichita, Kansas. We have Nick Lytle featuring Trey Filthy Dish and Storm Cellar. Is that the video? It might be at the Storm Cellar. I don't know. I'm trying to figure some of these out. Let's see. Trick Police with appearing at the Whiskey Roadhouse, Horseshoe Casino with special guest Pasty Jenny, which that looks like a bunch of familiar guys in that band. Mortalis with the Coventry Sacrifice, which is a brutal fucking group of dudes. Really awesome guys too. I've enjoyed seeing them a couple times. And Chimeras, I think is the right name. We also have Love Like War, Odds Against, Kansas Hardcore, which is the title. Well, it's Odds Against, but their Kansas Hardcore is the thing, is their catchphrase. Cultural Rot and Given, May 24th at Kirby's Beer Garden, which I want to get to Kirby sometime because I hear that place is fucking legendary. Maybe I should just message him and be like, hey, can I come by your venue and do an interview with you guys? Like, I hear this place is legendary. I would love to do an interview with you guys. Might need to do some calling there. Also, Burn the Midwest, Your Last Breath, Atrixius, Chasing Supernova, Higher of Sorrow, and Safe Space is going to be in Iowa City. $10 at the door at Gabe's. They're going to be at Gabe's. Also, this weekend in Wichita, there is Project Fate, Multifacet, and Sin and Scar at the Hideout, which the first night is at the Hideout for. I'm going to be spending a little bit of time at the Hideout, as you can tell. I'm going to be hiding out in the Hideout. Nobody can find me. Hairline, Fracture, Mind Rot, and Bliss is going to be at. Shit, their flyer got cut off. They have a show coming up. Not 100% sure. Oh yeah, there's another one of that. Few more. What do you mean? Few more comments? Oh, we're getting close to the end of this. There was like one more comments than what I had. Let's see. We have March 9th. Everfeld, Pickford's Revenge, and Sad Rot. All ages at the Night Shop. Not 100% sure where that one's at either. I'm going to bet that's probably down in Wichita. Ooh, how did I not follow this band? This band posted on one of the things and I did not follow them. Apparently, I do now because I realized it said the little follow thing. See, that's what I do a lot. If people post on stuff and they make comments, then I'm automatically going to hit the follow button and then go check them out. Oh, okay. I got both the guys from the Austin and Adam show. One of them, Austin, just sent me a. I think it was Austin. I don't know. They got two names, so yeah, that one was Austin. They're gonna be over there all day, so hopefully, I'm thinking about leaving fairly early here because I've just been seeing weather reports. They are getting the southern part of Kansas getting the shit kicked out of them with like hail snowstorms. So one of my friends down there sent me a whole bunch of pictures and videos, and it is wicked crazy down there. These are like big ass balls of hail beating the shit out of stuff. And of course, I would not expect any less of my friends to do this. Is if it's hailing outside, they're gonna hold out the little bucket and catch a whole lot of hail in it and bring it back in and take a picture of it and send it to me. I would not expect any less of my friends because, well, I mean, I would do the same thing. Like, check this out. Look, I'm getting the shit kicked out of me. My hand hurts now, and I got hail. I first thought they were like some kind of Orby thing, like a new version of Orbeez. She has kids, so I wouldn't expect anything less. But no, then I got videos of the hail and everything, and it was crazy. Oh, one Pepsi down. Uh, Still got me a full Mountain Dew. Try to kill them little swimmers with that yellow number 5. Don't need them little swimmers anymore. Actually, come to think of it, that's what I might need to do for my birthday. Just go get a snippy snip. Because apparently, my kids, I have been talking with my children, and when the children are old enough to start having or making me grandkids, would probably be a good indication that I should probably not have any more kids. See, one, I'm not a famous rock star from the 80s like Rod Stewart, who's still having kids in his fucking 70s and 80s. Like certain ones of these guys, I don't get why he'd be like, okay, he's 73 and he just had a kid. Can I get a DNA check on that one? Like, I know he's old as dirt. I just want to make sure he hasn't been shooting dust. Because I'm pretty sure at a certain point in time, those little swimmers aren't going to be swimming very well. They're going to be like a little swimming right into a fucking wall, right out the wrong area. They're like, okay, we got shot this way. Let's go. Turn around. Back out. Come on, motherfuckers. Let's go. So, like, at certain points, it'd be like, okay, you're 86 and you just had a kid. Right. We're going to go ahead and do a DNA test. Huh. Congratulations. It's not yours. Imagine that. You haven't had a hard on since since 73. Good luck there, Bobby Joe. The kid ain't yours, but he is your cousin, so congratulations. That went really fucked up and dark all of a sudden. I believe they can fertilize. If not, I'll just pee in your eye. I'm now doing jail time. Cause I believe I can fly. All right, now we are making R. Kelly peeing references. Old man still got it. Oh, yes. Well, I don't know if he's got it, but she's got something. She got a little old ass baby growing in her. You're like, cool. This is okay. So this is my son. He is 68, my other son who is 65, and this is my other son who is the baby of the group who is 62. These are my grandkids who are 40, 37, 30, 30, 29. Like, just start naming off all these different ages. And this is my son, the newborn. You have kids, grandkids, great grandkids, and great great grandkids, and this is your son? The fuck is wrong with you? You know somebody's getting pissed off. It'd be like, Dad, we're rewriting your fucking will right now. This kid ain't getting shit. He has not been around long enough. I have put up with your dementia crazy ass for the last. Wait, how old am I? Okay, I'm 68. All right, I put up with you for the last 60 fucking 8 years. I get the most of this shit. You're old and dementia and crazy, and I still want a DNA test for this little bastard. Until I'm dead, the minute it stops working. Well, if it stops working, we might actually be dead. Well, not you and me, but I'm in the same boat. If it stops working, it's like I'm done. I'm done. Game over. What's the point of life? Ain't no more fucking. Ain't no more fun. Look, last Ghostbusters came out. I'm good. I'm done. End the story. End over. It's over. Ain't no more fucking left in me. Hey, then I could actually say I don't have any fucks to give because my dick don't work. There's no fucks to give. Even the blue pill ain't working. This ain't the Matrix. We ain't going back in time. Also, speaking of the new Ghostbuster movie, it comes out March 22nd, which is the cool thing because every year for my daughter's birthday for like the last 5 or so years, we've gone to different movies and watched it for her birthday. This year, I told her Ghostbusters is coming out, and she's like, "Ooh, Ghostbusters! I like the last Ghostbusters. This one, it better be good." Which is cool because it's the same guy, Alan Reichman or Ivan Reichman, directed and helped write and do the first two Ghostbusters. His son is the one who directed the last one. His son made a cameo in the first Ghostbusters. Like, his son knows the lore. Like, his son is fucking awesome. The squirrels have run amok tonight. Oh, they've always run amok. They're just a little more a muckery, a fuckery, because of certain instances of fuckery that, well, tell everybody, fuck around and find out. I'm the FAFO. Well, certain people fucked around and found out, and they didn't like it. So there is all kinds of fuckery, but certain things of fuckery will not be mentioned anymore because fuck them. I don't need to say those type of things because I'm building up my friends, and certain people are not being built up because they don't need to be. They're worth tons of money, and fuck them. Let's see. Yeah, tonight's been an interesting live stream podcast thing. I mean, we went from video gaming to Harry Potter, which Harry Potter used to see usually is kind of an ongoing theme that keeps coming back in. And the reason that the podcast is called My Squirrel Brain is because there is a tour. Ooh, where's this tour going through? As you can see, the Odd Even has a tour coming through or going through different areas. They're in Ralph, North Carolina, Bristol, Tennessee, April 16th in Birmingham, Alabama, April 17th in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Wow, they're bouncing all over the place. We got April 19th, Cleveland, Ohio, Grand Rapids, Michigan on 420 for Odd Even. We have Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on April 21st to 23rd. They're in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in Clifton, New Jersey on April 24th. Wallingford, Connecticut on April 25th. Boston's Massachusetts in the 26th. And Greenburn, Maryland, I believe. We also have the Harbor City Metal Invasion in Nanaimo. Oh, this is up in Canada. No, you just need in the order of the Ghostbusters. Watch Ghostbusters 1, Ghostbusters 2, Ghostbusters Afterlife. There's one in there that has no reference in any of the rest of them. So I know it's an all-female cast, and that's the way that it's always been described. But that Ghostbusters doesn't exist in order to understand the storyline. But yeah, 1, 2, Afterlife. That is the order you got to watch them in because Afterlife is fucking amazing. And It is fucking amazing. As a huge fan of Ghostbusters, you got to watch Afterlife. If you like Ghostbusters, grew up in the 80s, have ever watched Ghostbusters, you need to watch Afterlife. And just so you know, there might be some dust that gets into your eye during Afterlife. I'm just saying. I'm just saying there's going to be some dust in that room at certain parts, but it is one of the best way things that have ever for the Ghostbusters. It's an amazing movie, and that's all I can say throughout the thing because you don't want to ruin it for somebody who hasn't seen it. But you have to watch it. It is a great movie, and I loved every minute of it. Except for that dust that came throughout the house. The dust really fucking sucked at that moment. Thought you'd show up. Luckily, we can make certain little line like I can read this thing and I know exactly what he's talking about because I think I've watched it like let's say I watched it once with everybody, then I watched it once with my daughter, and then I think I've watched it once or twice again because I wanted to find all the. It was like December when I got the movie. Like my allergies out of nowhere fucking just acted up, and like the tears, like it's something got in my eye. I don't know. It might have been some ceiling paint, tile, uh, light reflecting off of Venus. The light from Venus reflected off of the swamp gas, and that was what happened to my eyes that made me uh, get all watery. Yes, I completely used another movie line, and it is okay because they're both involving weird shit. I know I saw Slimers in the new one. I'm really stoked to see what he looks like. And I want to know because I also watched that Netflix special that they had where they had like all the behind the scenes stuff on things. No, I was not sitting on a pillow. I was literally like about 9 feet from the TV. It was definitely. I don't think. Well, no, there was. No, I don't think anybody farted that moment. Definitely, I think it was like stuff from the sky. Uh See, we have Lucid Karma, another band that I cannot even remotely figure out, and Flying the Insect on Saturday, March 16th at the Globe in Canada. I'll post a flyer later, but that's up in Canada, and I don't know where any of the who the fuck is Snapchatting me. You have a new video. I don't give a shit about a new Snapchat video. I have Snapchat for one goddamn reason. That is so I can talk to my youngest daughter while I'm at work. Only reason I have Snapchat. I don't even have anybody on Snapchat. Yeah, like I've seen some of the toys that they have out at Walmart. I almost bought a couple of those the mystery ones, but I got to looking at them and like they're not okay. I gotta figure out where the light thing is. Like that light's a little bright, but it's a cool Marshmallow Man. The pictures they had for the ones that I was seeing did not look all that great, so I wasn't too overly impressed with the mystery ones. So I hadn't really checked them out. Oh, we're still scrolling through here. All right, what else we got here? We're gonna try to knock all these out. I know I'm starting my vocal cords are starting to run a little sore. I'm gonna have to start packing some more water when I go to these shows. We have Lucid Karma, the Nameless King, Bad Blood, and Lid Killer, March 23rd at Phoenix Bar and Grill in Victoria, British Columbia. So if you're up in the Canadian area, go ahead and check that out. Top three car, or well, top cars from any movie. Speaking of that, with the movie ones, we're gonna have to go Ecto One, the DeLorean, the Mystery Machine, and Baby from Supernatural. I think are gonna have to be are like my top ones. I'm definitely going with those four because I mean, you got the DeLorean, you got the Mystery Machine, you got Baby, and Ecto One. Like they're all four iconic cars. Like you see those, you know what they're. You're like, it's a fucking Mystery Machine. Oh, that's Baby. We're going back in time. And who you gonna call? I mean, they all have their own little catchphrases, which I think makes those very iconic in their own right. Ooh, the eight. Oh, okay. Top five. We're gonna throw in the A-Team band. I pity the fool. Mr. T, the only guy that's running around with 900 pounds of fucking gold on his head and neck. We also have the. Oh, I know the Out of Time's the DeLorean. Oh, that's the actual name of the thing? Oh, I didn't even know it had a name. I just think that's a great movie. Okay, if they start making Back to the Future without having Christopher Lloyd and Michael J. Fox in it, where they're doing like future selves of them now, like I'm done. We're rioting. I mean, we already need to riot for the fucking Crow movie. Like, if you're gonna do a reboot or a remake of the original, you made four after it that fucking suck. Like, you got the Crow, and then you've got like three or four others that you tried making after it, and they fucking sucked. And now you're gonna suddenly try to bring it back. Like, at least make the makeup look the fucking same. Looks like a fucking cracked out version of the Joker again, just with goth makeup rather than clown makeup. Yes, I'm a little pissed off about that one. I like Skarsgård as an actor. I think he's an incredible actor with a wide range of roles. But there's certain movies, don't fuck them up, especially if you're going to use the same characters' names. Don't fucking do it. Oh yeah, it does say Out of Time. Yes, I just went on a screen rant right now. Like, stop fucking up movies. And also, too, we need to start getting a petition going on for the Crow movie. Like, redo the goddamn makeup. If we could get them to fix Sonic the Hedgehog, we can get them to redo the fucking Crow. Also, every Friday night, Lightning was all right. Brandon Lee is Bandit Fire. The Bandit Firebird was before my time. That's all. Okay, yeah, but I think Mater was more iconic than Lightning McQueen. General Lee, oh shit. No, General Lee has been canceled. We cannot use the General Lee anymore. They canceled that because it had a Confederate flag on it. That got canceled like 5 years ago. I'm gonna need you to get caught up with the times. It was all over the news. It was a big fucking deal. And also, speaking of that, with my little GI Joe here from the, I'm gonna get canceled now because there's a fucking Confederate flag on here. Uh, he was made in 1993, and he's got a Confederate flag on the back of his thing. I posted that a few years back when they were doing the whole fiasco about getting all butthurt and pissed off because they're a bunch of douchebags about the General Lee and the Confederate flag. So I posted that and I thought that shit was funny. But yeah, they put that on a kid's toy. Figure that one out. Kit. Slightly before my time. I wasn't too big into that. Uh I don't know. I was a kid and I thought that talking car wasn't, it didn't impress me. It was kind of, I don't know. But yes, it is iconic. The General Lee to okay. General Lee's definitely up there. Yeah, that's definitely kind of how, like, yeah, definitely Tow Mater is, well, I love the part where he finds his hood, puts it on, and sneezes it right back on and goes, ah. Every Friday night on the KZUM, KZUM.org, I think is what it is John does the Metal Manifesto every night. So anytime that you're online or want to check it out, he's got right now the second part of the best features Phil Kobeck project. That was the band I was trying to remember earlier. It was Top Notch Defect, Gravestone, Catch 'em at Midnight, Friday nights at it is on KZUM.org. John's a fucking great dude. Let's see. I've already said that one. I've said that flyer. Ugh. And that one was the Mountain Dew burp. Drink a whole can of Pepsi. Nothing. 4 fucking sips into a Mountain Dew, and I'm over here burping. Also, there is the John Fogley Show. I'm not sure when it is, but whenever he may want, it happens wherever he may wander. So check out John Fogley. I've talked with him a few times. All right, let's see. We've got, oh, this is an Hourglass show. Hourglass is fucking brutal as hell. Let It Suffer Across the Midwest. Waste. Hourglass. Love Lost, I think, maybe. And Cat's Claw. April 26th down at the Temple Live. Let's see. I covered that one. Oh, we're finally nearing the end. These things take 10 times longer when everybody's posting flyers and then people keep commenting on stuff. We have Gravehuffer, the Electric Motherfuckers, and the Itch at the Blackthorn Pizza and Pub in Joplin. Yes, Ray, if someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes. Best line ever. I can't. It just popped in there. What, Ray? What just popped in there? We used to roast them at the lake, Manitoba, whatever it was at the. Okay, Egon, do you have any good ideas? Ray has gone bye bye. I'm gonna have to start rewatching those. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Well, I would rewatch them, but I also have video games I gotta play and videos I gotta edit and a shitload of stuff. Here is Saturday, March 23rd. I knew I was eventually going to find this one. Rage is My Rival, Sinful, Why Bother? At the Leland, TJ Leland's? TJ something. I don't know. Yeah, TJ Leland's in Pittsburgh, Kansas. Down in the middle of fucking bumfuck Egypt. Where you hear the phrase, you sure do got a purty mouth, boy, means you went to the wrong side of the trailer park. Miller's gonna hear that and be like, "You son of a bitch." It's true. It's on the south side. I reckon you ain't from around here. Nope. This is my girlfriend, not my cousin, sister, mother. No, Miller's not from Pittsburgh, but he goes down there and plays a whole lot with Why Bother. Let's see. We got Nephilim, Dark Astral, Serpogenous, and Corpse something at the Bottleneck in Lawrence, Kansas. And oh yeah, I already said that one. Because that one was the Pussy Destroyer, because they destroyed the pussies. It's like being the click commander. And we have at Smoking Barrel in Fayetteville, Arkansas, with Grand Hoister, Gravehuffer, and a Sonnet Possession. I think I said that one right. I don't know. Oh, this one created a bingo. I don't want to go to a damn bingo. I like bingo, but I don't want to go to a damn bingo. Event community group was canceled. What event community group was canceled? Uh. Okay, so apparently a group that I was part of got canceled. Huh. Okay. Oh yeah, there's all the pictures of the snowy stuff. Oh, let's see. We shall talk for another 6 minutes and then call it a fucking night so I can go get all my shit packed for Freya Fest in Wichita, Kansas. And yes, I'm kind of excited about this one. One band out of 10. I've done reaction review videos for a couple of them, shitload of interviews, and you always know that you have those good friends when you send them a message because you haven't seen that they have reacted to any of the posts in that area because you posted on all the different area sites for there. And you realize your friend that you've known for, 20, oh God, what are we at? Uh, oh, 20, 22 years, 20 years, at least 20 years I've known this person. And she hadn't reacted to any of the stuff. So keep in mind she's married, and I'm that special friend that she just kind of is like, it's him. Just go with it. I'm not gonna explain him. You'll meet him and you'll understand why his mental level is like a fucking 2-year old. Send her a message. Hey hooker, I'm gonna be down in your neck of the woods. Butts are for pooping, and if I don't see you, ain't no poop coming out of your butt. Apparently one night my intelligent conversation with her, or I yelled out the window something, I don't know. I used to go bar hopping a lot, and certain people would give me rides to different bars or different areas or rides home. And apparently I yelled out the windows at some point in time, butts are for pooping. So that was my intellectual thought process of that night. And butts were for pooping. So she randomly will bring it up to me. So I decided to bring it up saying that I'm going to be in that area of Wichita and I'd better see her. She sends back a message, laugh out loud, let me know when you get here. We'll go grab some food. So I haven't seen her in, I think, 8 or 9. It's been a while, but we'll still randomly message back and forth. And that's a great thing about social media. No, Dana, she likes to sleep above her bed. She likes to sleep above her covers, 4 feet above her covers. Yes, and the random shit where we went from calling my friend a hooker who is married, saying that I'm going to be in town, and her going, "Yeah, all right, we'll meet up." She goes, "Thanks for sending the message. I didn't even see that you'd posted anything about being in Wichita." So it's gonna be a good time. And my friend James is down there, which I got to message him, and maybe I can go out and get some coffee with that dude. That dude's been a huge support lately. He's been doing some of the similar stuff in the Wichita area that I've been doing about show flyers and stuff. And I think that's a really cool thing. And it's never a thing that you should take credit for when you see somebody else doing it and you're doing it in the same purpose as them. Being able to bring the show flyers to the attention of people and getting people to post and interact with different bands and everything. And when you see somebody else, like I took the idea from somebody else. So if somebody takes the idea from me and starts doing it, I think it's a great fucking idea because it helps bring communities together. And getting different band names out there and getting people to different venues, I think is a very important thing to be doing because the local music scene is growing. Like I literally made a comment on one band's post that I follow, AMOV, and they're signed to Wake Up Music. And they were asking where people are from, and I said, I'm from Nebraska. We got a killer I'm from Nebraska. And he goes, "Oh man, I want to come for the corn." I was like, "Fuck the corn. We got a killer fucking music scene, and we got great Oriental food. Like, come for those things." And I was like, "And by the way, you got to also uh oh, you also have to come through because Pepper said you were supposed to." Who's my friend, and she does work with them. So it's one of those where it's she's also signed them to a record label. So it's more like because I like to make jokes with her on her stuff, but she's also turning around and making jokes like I'm going to Wichita and she's like, "Oh, I see how it is. You're coming to be closer to me so you can come see me. You'll be closer." Well, she posted she's going to Colorado to go skiing and I was like, "Oh, I see how it is. Now you're coming to stalk me." And we have this ongoing joke things and being goofy. She's a great lady. She's got a hell of a lot of killer bands on her thing, on her record label that I've checked out some of them and do a great job of it. I'm trying to. I'm a one man wrecking crew, and I think I'm gonna make at some point in time. I need to get a green screen and record it and just set it down so I can have like this group press conference thing and just record me in different outfits and be like, "This is so and so. This is this version of me." And I think it's an idea. It's going to take some time before I can figure it out and figure out how to edit it and just be like, "All right, we're going to interview the team and have me set all of me sitting there and loop different things and have different speaking parts." And then I don't know. It's an idea. It's a creative thing that I'm going to try to figure out. But I think I'm going to go ahead and get ready to end this stream so I can go eat something and do dishes because I made spaghetti last night and the kids ate it, and then I got to do all the goddamn dishes. Probably do that before I decide to take out. I don't need to come back to dirty dishes. I mean, there might be some dirty dishes, but as long as I get the important ones that don't have anything in there. Hey man, I try to do as much as I do, and you guys are doing a hell of a job on keeping me in the loop on different shows. And at some point in time, I'm hopefully gonna see. Well, not hopefully. It's just a matter of when I'm gonna see Evil. Don't forget your batteries. There's part of them. And the best thing that I did with the batteries, I spent all week charging them so that I could actually make sure that they were ready to go because I didn't want to go to this thing and have any fucking batteries die, which I know the batteries are going to die because I got to load up I got to put together some of my chargers to take so that I have the chargers there with me as well. But that will be in the bag with the clothes because I don't feel like carrying that shit all around. Oh, that one might actually be almost dead. But the best thing is, I also made a shopping list. I've gotten some food so I can have, so I'm not spending all my money on fast food because that shit's expensive. And yes, I will make sure that I double check the batteries and that I have them all there. I will see Evil Shadow soon. And thank you all for tuning in tonight for this wild and entertaining and crazy antics that I always have. So until next week, wait, what's next week? Yeah. Next week I'll be able to do one. It is the week of the 28th. I'm going to have to move my podcast to a different day. I might move that one to Friday because Thursday is when I actually have a gig that I'm supposed to attend. So I'm going to try to get all the interviews that I can and photos and videos of that one, which is the rap show, which is in Kearney. Yeah, which is in Kearney at the other side with Ritz and a whole bunch of other artists and different ones like that. So it's going to be a good time and definitely quite the hectic time because I don't think I've covered a full on rap show ever. I've seen a couple rappers and I've taken some photos of a few rappers, but I'm actually looking forward to covering an entire rap show. I think it's going to be a different environment and and a whole different experience. It's kind of like going and seeing different forms of metal bands and different forms of everything. It's going to be an experience that I am definitely looking forward to, and I'm definitely looking forward to the challenge of trying to figure out how to take photos of rappers and getting those moments that is going to turn out good. So until next week, where I will let you guys know all the fun-filled activities that I had, and if those cinnamon rolls were actually as good as Kelly said. Again, thanks for tuning in, and we will see some of you very soon, and hopefully we'll see more people back next week for this fun-filled antics. Until then, be safe, be careful, and support fucking local music and businesses and just anything local. Go out, go do something, throw a brick at somebody if you don't like them. And that's my final thought for tonight. You guys have a good evening.